Welcome to our channel. Mets and Pete Alonso both running out of options as backup plan signs with Nationals. Josh Bell joining the Washington Nationals is another reminder that a Pete Alonso New York Mets reunion feels inevitable, whether they like it or not. Despite reportedly being far apart in contract negotiations, signs point toward veteran slugger Pete Alonso and the New York Mets eventually finding common ground. Their NL East rival, the Washington Nationals, inadvertently further validated that notion by taking an alternative first baseman candidate off the board. Per John Heyman of the New York Post, Bell and the Nationals agreed to terms on a one-year, $6 million deal. With the one-time All-Star returning to Washington for a second stint, the non-Alonso cornerman options are slim and uninspiring. Conversely, the list of clubs beyond the Mets in the market for Fursacker is ostensibly thinning. Given the circumstances, an awkward reunion feels unavoidably inevitable. Mets and Pete Alonso are both running out of options after the Nationals signed Josh Bell. The Houston Astros and New York Yankees recently joined Christian Walker and Paul Goldschmidt, respectively. Josh Naylor got shipped to the Arizona Diamondbacks, Carlos Santana signed with the Cleveland Guardians, and now Bell is headed to Washington. Suddenly, Alonso and the Mets need each other more than ever. Somehow, Alonso and the Mets are simultaneously ceding leverage in extension talks. Opposite sides of the supply and demand spectrum have both parties reasonably believing they're being fair in discussions. It's a complicated situation, and Bell becoming unavailable accentuates the matter. Bell is still a solid middle-of-the-order bat. Regardless of no longer being at the height of his powers, he could have been a viable Alonso replacement for the Mets. Washington acquired the former at a cost-effective price, especially in comparison to the latter's demands. New York saw a great opportunity pass them by. Per Heyman, there's a sizable gap between the Mets and Alonso in their ongoing dialogue. This aligns with former MLB player Carlos Berga's intel, saying New York offered two-time home run derby champion a 3-year, $90 million pact. Alonso's pursuit of a contract that nears or exceeds $200 million has been well chronicled. So, he and the Mets must figure something out to bridge the gap. Nevertheless, whether they like it or not, Bell going to the Nats may help that cause. Last season, Bell was productive as a member of the D-backs and Miami Marlins. He had a -0.6 WAR, though that doesn't tell the whole story. The infielder posted a .249/.319/.405 line with 19 home runs and 71 RBIs. Moreover, his .725 OPS was above the league average, .711.